Good morning, Monday. Today is August 4th. Gonna start streaming here. Start this stream. Good morning, good morning. Just getting things set up here. And here we go. Good morning, friends. It is August 4th, 2025. I am looking at real estate market data this morning. Mondays is when we look at the new listings in the market. So this is covering a 10-mile radius generally. What I like to cover is a 10-mile radius around Portsmouth, New Hampshire. That includes parts of Rockingham County, Stratford County, and York County in southern Maine. I am a licensed realtor in both New Hampshire and southern Maine. Right now, let's give you a look at my screen. So looking at the screen here, we've got new listings in Portsmouth. Let's start off there. New listings in Portsmouth, only 6 new listings in Portsmouth right now, ranging from about $449,000, $450,000 up to $2.275 million. So quite a range. This low number here on Deer Street, 489 square feet. Let's look at that. What does 489 square feet get you in Portsmouth, New Hampshire? Brand new construction building right on Deer Street, close to downtown. Compact, let's say, kitchen and a little dining living area over here, and then a nice walk-in shower. I personally, you know me, I love the walk-in showers, and a bedroom with what looks like a panel display so that you can display anywhere you like, whatever view you like to look at through that digital display. And let's see, a roof deck with views. This is facing westerly, so you'll see sunsets from here. And if you look behind from where this vantage point is taken, that's where you'll get the sunrises. But you can see me up over there, just through the trees there, perhaps, right on the other side of the mill pond. Anyway, let's see. Looking at Daniel Street, let's see what this property looks like. This looks like one of the recent renovations. Was purchased. Oh, this is nice. And it's right downtown. That is really nicely done. Clean, bright, everything fresh. I really like this, actually. It looks like a dividing wall, pocket dividing wall there. Built on the existing foundation, looks like, but updated plumbing. Really nicely done. Let's see, does this have parking? Let's just zoom in here so hopefully you can all see. Let me know down in the comments whether or not you have a good view of the property, of this text on the screen here. I am looking for description. Let's see, any mention of parking. 2 deeded parking spaces. So the way this property is positioned, there is an alleyway out behind, and you get 2 parking spots, which, for being downtown on Daniel Street, having 2 parking spaces, that is worth it alone. So what is excuse me there, price 1.895 million, 2 days on market. Let's see how that performs. That'll be interesting to see how that performs. This property on Maplewood, another condo, Beautiful building. Looks like also you get sunset views. Beautifully done. Convenient. Walking to downtown. You're right in the heart of downtown, essentially. And of course, you get parking here as well, which is a big plus. They've got parking down below in an underground parking garage. So that is a big plus. One parking spot with the property. Let's see. Albacore Way, this is listed twice. This is out in the Atlantic Heights neighborhood. So Atlantic Heights is a compact neighborhood. Homes are tightly packed together, but lots of movement there I've seen over the past few months. This is well updated. Nice property, and at $699.9, so $700,000. We'll see how that performs. 5 days on market. We'll see how that performs. This property here on Court Street I have seen on the market previously, and I've been there. I've walked through. It is a beautiful property. 2 parking spaces, right in the heart of downtown. Butts up against the African Burial Ground Memorial. And beautiful property. Really well done. Really tasteful, classic, really classy design. I love this property. 2.275. So we'll see how that performs. Now, I want to move on beyond. Well, first, let's look at the sold properties. Sold in the last 7 days. This is something that I want to focus in on. Not now. Get rid of that. I want to focus in here. Now, look at some of these prices and the days on market. This is kind of an anomaly here, but this property, 39 days on market, priced at 1.129, sold at 995. This property, 48 days on market, priced at 1.525, sold at 1.35. And this property here, sold above asking, only 5 days on market. This property, sold above asking, $10,000 over, 6 days on market. This property, 13 days on market, sold $25,000 below the original listing price. Now, this property here, 140 days on market and sold for 30% below the asking price. So $600,000 below the original listing price. Now, the thing about this is it shows how important your initial listing price is. Getting that initial interest and attention on the market is so critically important. So some of the lessons from that, just pay attention and don't overprice your property, because it's going to sit there on the market and the price is going to have to come down anyway. Be competitive initially, and the market will show you what the price, what the value is on that property. Now let's shift over to the 10-mile radius and new listings. 46 new listings. So that's down from last week. Last week I think we were around 56, and over the previous several weeks what I've been seeing is somewhere in the 60 to 70 new listings per week. So this property in Greenland, $685,000. Let's see. We're not going to be able to go through all of these. Really nice, antique, beautiful post and beam. Beautiful home. This is really nice. Greenland is a lovely community. Feeds Portsmouth High School. That's a lovely property. Let's move on. This property here in Barrington, $519,000. nicely done, nicely finished. Down dirt road, clean. Let's see what the year on this is. Built in 1990. So they've done some maintenance on this. It looks really nice. Shows really well. Moving on to Chandler Lane in Epping. 395,000. So this is a townhouse. See what the inside. Not bad. I'd say this is mid-grade finishings. It's clean. That's a big plus. Clean, fresh. If you're in this price point, this is a good contender. Epping is centrally located, especially if you are a commuter. Looks like you can have space to work from home here. Clean carpets by the looks of it. Vinyl planking. Clean bathroom. What I like about these tubs is that there is minimal cleaning. There are no grout lines. There's no silicone lines. Those are the things that get grimy and dirty. Easy to keep clean. Deck off the back. Not bad. Let's move on to this next property. Let's see. Is anybody watching? Anyone paying attention? Of course, I don't have anybody on the Facebook right now, but that is okay. This property in York, right on the river, looks like. Looks like nice views, but needs some work. This one's definitely going to need some work. So, go back through. You know what? It doesn't look like we ever started the Facebook stream. So we're gonna go back in here. Weekly market looking at the new listings this week. So we're going to add that. Going to invite my friend Dan, who's also me, by the way. I am my friend Dan. Kind of funny to say it that way, but that's okay. Gonna save that and going to go back. I'm gonna transition back and welcome in the Facebook audience. And we're going to go live here. Hello, Facebook. Just setting up a new stream here. Streaming on Facebook and on YouTube all at once, all at the same time right now. Got a fair amount weigh in this week before we started the Facebook stream, but that's okay. You're here now. Hope you're interested in seeing what the market is doing this week. So, forgive me, my YouTube viewers right now. We're going to go back into the beginning and just take a quick look. Going to transition to the screen so you can see what I am looking at. Now, we have in Portsmouth, let's take a look at Portsmouth. We have 6 new listings and just went through this a little bit. Got some condos, got some, this property here is a micro unit. So under 500 square feet for $450,000. So, I mean, there aren't very many photos of this either. Kitchen, bathroom, and a bedroom. And a deck with a westerly looking view, so you can get the sunsets. So north is right over here somewhere, west is right over here, so you'll get sunsets throughout the year. In the winter, sunsets will be over here. In the summer, they'll be kind of right in the center of this image. So $450,000, 500 square feet. What do you think about that? Let's see. All right, we're going to look at this property on Daniel Street, which was a complete rehab, recently acquired. Beautiful rehabilitation on both of these properties. Can't wait to see the next door property. But let's look at this right here on Daniel Street. Right in the center of town, just a block from Market Square. So you really are in this location right in the center of things, which is really nice. And the finishings here are absolutely beautiful. So well done. So tastefully done. Definitely worth this. And with this property, you get 2 deeded parking spaces. There's an alleyway behind the house, so parking is actually behind the house, and right out your front door, you're right in the middle of it, which is such a luxury and frankly worth the price point. Pocket doors here, looks like was built on the existing foundation, but that basement looks nice and dry, freshly done. That's really nice. Very tastefully done. I really like that. Moving on, this Albacore Way came up. This is a townhouse. This is in Atlantic Heights, which is just on the other side of the I-95 bridge. But again, clean, nicely finished at this price point. Ready to move in, don't need to do any work. Priced at $700,000. Now this property on Court Street, I've been loving this property for some time. It is a large, I don't know what you would call that, Victorian, not quite Victorian. It's a New Englander of some sort, but beautiful. I love that porch, 2 parking spaces, right in the center of town, just a few blocks from Market Square. So you've got restaurants, you've got entertainment, you've got so much available right out your door. Don't need to drive anywhere. The African Burial Ground Memorial is right next door. Lots of development and renovations happening right on Court Street right here. And this property, I love it. It's beautifully done and so well put together. Beautiful attic. I love that. I've walked through this property and I fell in love with all the little hidden nooks and crannies. Clean basement. That looks really great. Really nice. Worth looking at. 2.275. Now, I want to, we looked at this earlier on the YouTube stream before I hit stream on Facebook, but I want to go in here and show you these numbers here. Going to just close that down just a little bit, and we're going to look at the listed price. Now this is kind of an outlier. This is new construction here, Foundry Place. That's brand new construction condos. This property on Sherburne, 39 days on market, sold below the original listing price. Originally listed at 1.13 essentially, and sold at 995. So what I'm showing you here is that with these higher days on market, you're seeing more below ask selling points. We're not quite seeing the price reductions in the pricing, at least here in Portsmouth, but we are seeing it reflected in the final sale price. Some of these properties with lower days on market selling just slightly above the listing price. Kate Street here, this property on Kate Street selling below the the asking price. Now, this property on Newcastle Ave, 140 days on market and sold $600,000 below the original listing price. So about 30%. That's a big price reduction. And it sat for 140 days. Now, I don't know if it was occupied that whole time or if it's been unoccupied. Plus, if we look at some of these images, if the images are still there, this is just where the market is. You've got updated countertops, but still dated decor. I mean, this was clearly in a family for some time and would certainly need some updating, freshening up. And at this price point, you probably would commit to some of that. Tiny bathroom in here to accommodate everything in this bathroom here with the angled ceilings. But it's a nice property. It's a wonderful location. Newcastle Ave, not far from downtown, easily walkable. But what I want to really demonstrate here or show you is that pricing is so important. Your initial pricing is so important. And that's because when you price too high, you get longer days on market, you get less attention from the market. And so the serious buyers that might come in at what ultimately becomes your final asking price just don't even bother coming to see it, because they, at least when it's brand new on the market, they're thinking that's out of my price range. But now what we're seeing is more price reductions reflected in the closing price, like we're seeing here. So that's just something to keep in mind, because as a buyer, when you're going out and looking at these properties and you think that feels a little bit high, make sure that your agent is showing you comparables so that you can see, well, how does this measure up to other recently sold properties or other properties that are currently pending or under contract. Now, you won't know what that final closing price is on pending or under contract properties, but look at the days on market for those pending and under contract properties. If it's a low number of days on market, it's probably going at, near, or above the asking price. If it's stretching days on market, 25, 30, 40 days on market or more, it's probably going below that asking price. So that's just something to keep in mind as you are looking through the market. Now, let's go look quickly at the 10-mile radius. We've got 46 new listings out on the market this week in the last 7 days. So that's down from last week. I think last week we were around 56. And even that was somewhat low for what I'd been seeing in the past several weeks. We didn't transition back here. So anyway, 46 new listings in Greenland. Let's filter this by town. Where are the most listings? Dover is hot right now, and Exeter showing a few. Greenland showing several listings right now. And pricing wise, let's see, the high point is in Rye. That's to be expected. $2.6 million down to, let's stretch this out. Let's see, down to 155,000 in Newmarket. This looks like, manufactured home, 155,000. 2003, so still has some decent life in it. If that is your market, perhaps worth checking out. And several properties under 500,000. Somersworth, Dover, York. This property right on this, it looks like a score. This property here, it's right on the river with water views, but it needs a ton of work. Clearly has just been abandoned. And that would probably be one of these properties that you have to take it as it is and just clear it out, get a dumpster, and deal with it. But that view, I mean, that looks incredible. You can't beat that. So yeah, another gut job here, but worth the investment, I'd say. If you have the means to do that work and to fix that up, definitely worth the investment there. Anyway, plenty of properties here. So lots to look at still, and more homes should be coming on the market. Before we go, let's just look at the multifamily hot sheet. We'll look at new listings. I think last week we only had a handful, so this week only 4 new listings. This is within a 20-mile radius. I believe I have this set for Portsmouth, from Portsmouth. So this property on South Street, Newmarket. How many units? Let's see. 3 total units. So any unit information: $940, $1,050, $1,200. So it's fully rented. And what are they asking? $469. 3 units. If you were a buyer and you were looking to live there, super close to the downtown area. This would make a great investment property for an owner-occupied property. Not terrible. You could definitely live there, continue renting, fix it up, update it over time, put some investment into it, have a nice little asset there. This property in Berwick, how many units? This is selling at $1 million. Let's see, how many units? 4 units, 5 units. So these renting out, gross income $118,000 they're claiming, operating expenses $16,000. You can estimate a bit higher than that, but 5 units. This is where we start getting into commercial residential. So let's see, what do they have for pictures? A large property. Not bad. And 5 units, I mean, you're going to be generating some cash flow off of that, which is nice. So these aren't bad units. And you just have to be set up for these multifamilies. Let's see what this is here. 1.8. This looks exceptional. 1.8 million. That's beautiful. 3 structures right on this property. The pier looks like it needs to be rebuilt. That is expensive, but I'm sure that is grandfathered in. That is nice. Dated decor, clearly. But you come in here, you break these up. I mean, you've got 3 structures. How can you beat that? And beautiful location. Shipyard there in the background. That is nice. I mean, yeah, that you can't. Someone's going to come in there and make that absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to see what happens with that. Anyway, that's where. Oh, well, let's look at the solds just quickly. Let's see, days on market, these properties. Let's just take a quick scan, and like we did before, 5 days on market came in below the asking price. 7 days came in right at the asking price. 8 days above the asking. 5 days, $100 over. 11 days, so and 35,000 over. So just something else for you as a potential buyer to keep in mind, looking at the days on market, looking at comparisons, and trying to find what you're comfortable with offering. It's not unheard of to receive below ask offers at this point in this market. So still, if you're a seller, pricing properly from the beginning is going to get you the most attention, and that is important. Let's go back and just look at the solds in the 10-mile radius, because we didn't look at that. And this is, let's see, we're going to filter by town, and just going to zoom in just a little bit. Let's see, this property in Barrington, 1 day on market, flat, 36 days, 15 below. 12 days on market, it's about 20 below. 12 days on market, that's, is that, no? 12 days on market, at the asking price, This property in Dover, 238 days. What's the deal with that? Let's have a look. Let's see. Gonna look at the, I don't know what the deal was here. It looks clean and fresh, but it sat on the market for a long time, and it sold above the asking price. So that will require a bit more research on my end. Let's see. That was this property. 1 day on market above the asking price. These sold, must have sold prior, showing no days on market, but still selling above the initial asking price. 21 days, just barely above. 10 days above. So again, you know, these are still showing plenty. So here's where the data is showing that the prices above asking. These prices that are selling above the initial asking price, the initial listing price, are probably priced appropriately. And there are always going to be outliers. So, you know, that is just, that's why we look at the data, to try and get a sense for where the market is going and what's happening in the market. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Gonna transition back here. Thank you for tuning in again. As always, I am looking at this market data in the on Mondays in the mornings around 9 o'clock. I'm starting these live streams. Mondays, we will be always looking at the new listings over the previous 7 days. And on Fridays, we will be looking at price reductions. So that is what I plan to continue doing. I hope that you will join me again, watch these videos on replay, and hopefully see you here sometime. And if you are in the market, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can find me, my friend Dan, on all the social networks. I'm not hard to find. For now, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you again on Friday.